Hey, what's going on, guys? Schwarzenegger Magic here. Today I'm going to be revealing my card trick boom, which you guys all enjoyed. But before I do that, I do want to just give you guys a couple updates. The first update is I have a second channel right now. On that second channel, I'm going to be doing deck reviews for various decks that I have. So you're interested in deck reviews and you like that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe to that channel. The link is here. If you're on a mobile device, the link is also in the description. The second update that I have is my friend from a while ago just started Magic up again, so I do want you guys to support him because he's just starting up again and just give him some recognition. Here's his link to his channel, MagicGuy4918, and I think he's great, so please check him out. Just tell him I sent you and whatnot, because he just wants it. Like I said, he's just starting again, so be sure to check him out. Alright, so that is my news. Let's start out with the tutorial. Let me talk about what you're going to be needing for this trick. First thing you're going to be needing is some duplicate cards, alright? So I've just picked out the 9 of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds. And so what I've done is I've gone to the same exact color back, and I've just gotten out those same cards, alright? So once you have that, you're almost ready to do the trick. You have your duplicate cards, fabulous. Now, you're going to need 2 jokers from an opposite colored back, alright? So I've just gotten 2 blue jokers, alright? You can really get anything. And lastly, I've made something, and this is how I force the card. I use what's known as a short card. This is a very easy way to force cards that laymen don't really know about, alright? To be honest, not many people, magicians will know about it, but people on YouTube, I don't think know about the short card as much as they should. The short card is able to do a lot of things, such as forces and whatnot. And I have 2 cards that I've cut slightly shortened. And let me show you what I mean by a shortened card. Right here I have a joker. What I would do for a shortened card is I would take scissors and cut a very, very small sliver off. Alright, as you can see right there, that's how much I would cut. Alright, so very small. You're not cutting a lot, and I've actually have an example right here. There's a very small amount that I'm cutting off. Alright, and once you've done that with 2 cards, you'll be able to do this force. There are other ways to force the cards in this trick and whatnot, but this is very deceptive, and people won't notice it. Once you have all this, you're going to need one more thing, and that people might run away from, and that is good old-fashioned double stick tape. I know you guys all love this stuff. So once you have this, you're going to place this on the jokers, and I'll get into that right now. Okay, so you're going to need to place a small piece of double stick tape on your joker. So I'm just going to take a small piece off. This is rather large, okay? Hopefully you guys can see that. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place it right in the center of the joker, alright? Now here is why I like to use the regular jokers compared to a guarantee joker. I like to use a relatively large piece of double stick tape just so I can ensure it'll be a very good stick, alright, and I can use a large piece mainly because in a regular joker there's a large amount of black and white and whatnot in the center of the card. Therefore, if I placed a piece of double stick tape right in the center, spectators aren't going to be able to see it. If I have a guaranteed joker, there's less in that middle area. There's kind of spaces of white and whatnot, so you have a higher chance of spectators seeing the double stick tape, so you'd have to use a smaller piece if you were to be using a guarantee card. So that is mainly why I use a regular joker for this trick. But if you don't have a guarantee, or if you only have guarantee jokers, you can use it. Just be careful in where you place your double stick tape. Alright, so I'm just placing it on both cards here. Alright, I like to make sure I push the card down. Alright, push the double stick tape down. This will just ensure that the double stick tape doesn't get on the other cards when they stick together. Now that I have double stick tape on those cards, I'm ready to go. Now it's about organizing my duplicate cards and whatnot. And here's what you're going to do as following. You're going to place a pair of your duplicate cards. So I have my Queen of Diamonds and 9 of Hearts. I'm placing them on top of the deck. Alright, there they are. Good. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your 2 short cards. Alright, put them face down like so, followed by your last 2 duplicates. So I have the 9 of hearts, Queen of diamonds. Those go on top. Alright, so my 2 short cards, and then a pair of my duplicates. This I'm going to literally put right inside the center of the pack. And once they're in the center, my deck is ready to go. Let me go through that one last time. So in the center of the pack, you're going to have your 2 short cards. So these are my short cards. On top of those short cards, you're going to have a pair of your duplicates. So 9 of hearts, Queen of diamonds. On the very top of the deck, you're going to have your last 2 pair of duplicates. Alright. From here, you're going to just keep these jokers in your pockets. You know, it really doesn't matter. But what I like to do, and I think this is very nice, is put them on top and the bottom of the deck. And you do this kind of throwing action. And when you do that throwing action, they sort of appear in your hand. It's very fast. It's just a small little touch I like to do. And here's how you do that, alright? Because I did this in the performance. You put 1 joker on top of the pack. You put 1 on the bottom of the pack going the opposite way. You put your thumb and your middle finger on literally right on the double stick tape. You throw the pack, alright, the deck will just fly into your hands, alright, and you're just left with the 2 jokers, alright. It's a very neat little thing I like to do, just to make a little flourish type thing, alright. Now once you have these 2 jokers, here's what you're going to do. You're going to use Misdirection at this point. You're going to say, look, this joker is blue. As you're saying this joker's blue, I want you to literally just plop it on top of the deck as you're showing it. This will do one of 2 things. First off, you're getting in the position for your trick. Second off, you're going to start sticking to one of your duplicates. So the Queen of Diamonds will start to stick to the Joker, which is exactly what you want. So you're like, this Joker is blue. Not only that, but this Joker is blue, unlike the deck. Now at this point, I like to have a box of the color of the pack that I have right next to me, alright? Because after you have stuck this Joker, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do a wrist kill, so you're just kind of tilting the deck, alright? And point to the deck showing that this card is blue, or this Joker's blue, and the rest of the deck is red, alright? As I'm doing this wrist kill, what I'm really doing is just taking my thumb and adding pressure. What this pressure will do is it will make sure the card sticks, and now I'm already pretty much almost ready for the trick. So I'm doing the wrist kill, I'm adding the pressure and pointing, showing you know, that this card is blue and the deck is red. After I turn back over, I'm going to do this. I'm going to push off the card on top, I'm going to put the other Joker on the bottom, and then square everything up. At this point, if I add a small bit of pressure, all of a sudden my cards are ready. These look like the Queen of Diamonds and 9 of Hearts and not Jokers anymore, so it happens that fast. At this point, it's just all about forcing a card. And you can do many different types of forces. If you don't have short cards, you can do a thing like this and then whatnot. Hopefully you guys know that force. But let's say you have the short cards here. Pretty much, this is what you're going to have to practice. You're going to have to dribble the cards and just practice, you know, working with those gimmicks. And it should automatically stop you right where the short cards are. If they aren't, here's what I recommend doing. Because I did notice this right when I started the trick. When you cut the pack, here, let me use this Joker. When you're cutting the card, maybe if it's not working and it's not, you know, for some reason it's not working too well, cut a little bit more off the card. So you see I have 2 cuts here. If this much isn't working, try doing just a slight bit more. That will help you out, and trust me, it will get this to work every single time. Because if you do have a cut in the card, it should automatically work. Alright, so from here your deck is set up. You pretty much know how to work. I'm just going to run through everything else and just the force really quickly. So when forcing your 2 cards, you already have these ready to go, you have to force your cards. And guys, make sure you practice this because you're going to have to get the timing right. Hopefully you've already performed a couple tricks to the spectators, so you're going to know pretty much what they are going to do. Are they going to be someone that's very slow in calling stop, or are they going to be fast? Alright, and then you're going to have to go like that. So learn a little bit about the spectator. If you don't have time to do that, just go at a decent pace, and trust me, if you practice this enough, you'll get it to work. Alright, so all this this force is you're just dribbling the cards, and then it automatically stops you right at your 2 force cards. That's how amazing it is, guys. And trust me, people don't even know that you have the short cards. So you're going to force the cards. Make sure you practice that. Take the next 2. All right. Those, turn them over and look at them. They should be the Queen of Diamonds and Nine of Hearts. And then you say, look, we've had these jokers on top of the pack the whole time. I want you to notice these are just 2 cards. Show there's not more than 1. You put them on the table. At this point, all you need to do, as the magic card moves, is flip them over. You say, watch. We snap our fingers, wave our hands, and instantly we have the Queen of Diamonds and the Nine of Hearts, just like that. And that's the trick, guys. At this point, what I would recommend doing is literally just leaving. Alright, you have gimmick cards right now. The best thing to do is not stick around. Put them in your pocket and maybe grab a different deck of cards, something that's not gimmicked, because people want to see the cards, but, you know, guys, you are the magician. You have the power to do whatever you want, so you can say no. Alright, simply say no to letting them see the cards, put them away, grab just a regular deck, and then you can continue with your tricks. So that is how the trick is done, guys. I'm going to try to be posting a non-gimmick version of this, and if that's out, I will have a link right here. Once again, my second channel is right here, and my friend's channel, who just started Magic again, is right here. So check them all out. Alright, thank you for watching the video, and as always, guys, remember, I'll be back.